This is our first production meeting of Broken Walls. So first we wanted to talk about our schedule and just see if we're both on the same track as each other, because I know we wrote like the schedule kind of together, especially the first few weeks. So I had written on my schedule to have the cold read done I think either last week or this week, which we did get done last week. I did have on my list from last week to potentially have finished our script, which we haven't yet, but we are on track to and plan to finish that this week.
Yes.
Because there's only the end scene that we need to finish and a couple bits in the middle that we need to finish, and then just check with everyone else that it's okay. And then we are ahead of schedule on blocking, which I did have to do our first rehearsals this week, but we managed to get it done towards the end of last week, just missing out the parts that we hadn't gotten around to yet. So
we still need to choreograph the dance scene, but that's about it.
So we'll continue on with that this week. And I think just being ahead means that it'll be like better for the production overall, because it'll be a lot more well thought out on our part since we've had more time to rehearse. So
so in order to raise money for our production and to advertise our performance, we've decided that we're going to do a bake sale with, let me do the maths, I'm doing 7, you're doing 5 or 6, and then Ash is doing another 2 items, which is a lot.
Yeah, over 10.
Which is a lot of items, but this is our final bake sale and we want to raise as much money as possible. And in order to make sure our bake sale gets the best possible results, like money wise and people wise, we put out a survey asking when people are in and what people would like to see at the bake sale, and we've taken that into account and we're using that information to plan our bake sale.
Yeah, and that's part of our primary research, which is something we have to do for this project.
Yeah.
So yeah. Have you thought of any problems?
Many problems. Okay, so
see if we have the same problems.
At the beginning of this, we were trying to sort out the lights, but the lights were not working.
Yeah, I mean at the beginning of this video.
We spent like 30 minutes
roundabout
trying to figure out the lights, and I don't even know if it's perfect currently, and if it's not I might start sobbing, but it's fine.
It was quite a technical problem for us because we know how to work stand lights and stuff like that, but we're not really sure on how to do the overhead lights, so that was something we figured out.
It was very fun to figure out though.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I learned something new.
You learn something new every day?
Exactly.
Yeah. Any other problems?
At the beginning of the project, I think that we had a lot of like miscommunication between everyone, which is quite a practical problem, between people not being in, which obviously sometimes you can't help. Like I was not in for a bit because I was at an interview. Other people have had interviews, things that we like kind of just can't miss.
I was ill.
Yeah, so between all of that, when we've been trying to sort of coordinate the project and the scenes, there's been a lot of like ideas sort of been twisted that either weren't true or just hadn't been talked about fully yet, which I think set us back quite a bit because a lot of people didn't have an idea or a scene yet because we had to change things.
And it was incredibly stressful.
Yeah, but I think we had a lot of group time. We sat down, had a lot of chats until we were all on the same page and sort of negotiated between what we wanted, because it's our project as much as anything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think we're back on track now and everyone's sort of starting to get the scripts together and start
there is
getting
still
ideas.
A little bit of miscommunication, but it's a lot less than before.
And I think
so
that
it's a lot more manageable.
Yeah, and I think going forward we'll like know how to work that better, and we understand that we have to communicate a lot more, especially being quite a big group, because whilst our scenes are like all individual, everything is connected, and we do need to know how everyone else's scene works for when we do run-throughs in the future.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yay!